wabarakatuh. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Shakira Hana Basari.
My name is Tina C. Kamila.
Miss Reza dan Suara Al-Fajri. My name is Noval.
What is amputation? Amputation is a surgical removal of limb or part of the limb of a bone of multiple bones. Amputation of the lower extremity is often the treatment of choice for an unconstructable or a functionally unsatisfactory limb. Partial foot amputation. Partial foot amputation could be described as amputation affecting a portion of the fore, mid, or hind foot, but doesn't include amputation disarticulating the ankle joint or seams.
To amputations. When the amputations is caused by circulatory impairment, it is extremely important to diminish pressure and the development of sore, which could lead to further amputations.
Transmetatarsal amputations is performed by dividing the metatarsal bones either distally or proximally.
Metatarsophalangeal is an amputation between metatarsal and phalanx or toe.
Lisfang amputations. A SIAM amputation is a surgical procedure when the foot is removed at the ankle joint while preserving the heel pad. This allows weight bearing on the remaining stump without a prosthesis, as the heel pad can support the patient's weight.
Chopard amputations or talonavicular or calcaneocuboid disarticulations is performed distal to talus and calcaneus, and the proximal navicular and cuboid or mid-tarsal joint or transverse tarsal joint.
Pirogov is an amputation involving the removal of the forefoot and talus followed by calcaneotibial arthrodesis.
SIAM amputations. A SIAM amputation is a surgical procedure when the foot is removed at the ankle joint while preserving the heel pad. This allows weight bearing on the remaining stump without a prosthesis, as the heel pad can support the patient's weight.
And the next is Boyd or Spitzy amputations, or can call the modified Pirogov and Boyd amputations technique and can achieve favorable long-term functional outcomes in cases of irreparable foot conditions such as osteomyelitis or trauma.
Reamputation is a removing one or more of the metatarsal or phalangeal joints. May give a good partial foot stump. Any combination is possible.
So the next is, what is the reason for partial foot amputations? For the first is peripheral vascular disease or PFD. PFD is poor blood flow, often a complication of diabetes, can lead to tissue damage and amputations. So for the second is diabetic foot ulcers. The diabetic foot ulcers is high blood sugar levels can impair wound healing, leading to the infections and potentially requiring amputation. So for the third is severe infections. The infections resistant to treatment might necessitate removal of the infected tissue. So for the next reason for partial foot amputations, the fourth is trauma. The trauma is severe injuries like those from motorcycle accidents can require amputations. So for the fifth is other conditions. The other conditions is like tumors, congenital abnormalities, and chronic infections can also lead to partial foot amputations.
Biomechanic function of the foot. First, shock absorption. Second, weight-bearing stability. Third, forward progression of the body. Fourth, adapt to uneven terrain. Fifth, rigid lever arm. Sixth, base of support. The medial longitudinal arch consists of calcaneus, talus, navicular, 3 cuneiform, and 1 until 3 metatarsals. The windlass mechanism is a biomechanical function of the foot primarily involving the plantar fascia and the toes to help to support the foot during walking and running. It essentially acts like bowstring, winding the plantar fascia around the metatarsal head as the toes extend, raising the arch and creating a rigid lever for propulsions. Here more some detail. The first one is plantar fascia, this thick band of connective tissues run along the bottom of the foot from the heel bone calcaneus to the toes. The second is toe extensions. As the toe extend dorsiflexion, the plantar fascia tighten and wraps around the metatarsals. For the third is arch elevation. This wrapping action pulls the heels and toes closer together, effectively raising the arch of the foot. The fourth is rigid lever. The elevated arch created a strong, rigid structure that can withstand the force of walking and running.
Okay guys, in this slide I will to talk about the biomechanics, especially forces during walking or normal gait. The first I will talk about the toe amputation. In the slide focusing on the use shoe and without shoe. And then for the initial contact, the forces is stabilizing distributed evenly because the removing of the anatomy of the foot is smaller. We can see on the above picture the GRF with shoe is more than the without shoe because the shoe create two external forces. And then for the on the stump, the forces only at the calcaneus and dorsum area. And for the push off, the weight force it mean S and offset the GRF is mean R. You can see on the below picture with you the forces contracting at the distal end of the partial foot or toe amputation. And then on the right picture during push off, the forces only at the distal end of the stump. Okay, the next I will talk about the transmetatarsal amputation during initial contact. The first point, the transmetatarsal during initial contact. First, similar stabilizing force to amputation. The second, smaller area, so bigger pressure. And the third, still usually no problem. Yes, the concept, the forces like the same before. I will to talk about if the with you in forces during normal gait are 3 factor or forces, and without you just only 2 or 1 forces or direction. And then transmetatarsal amputation during push off, is mean stabilizing forces get bigger. Okay, we can see on the slide. Okay, the next type amputation is ray amputation. In the ray amputation, there's only problem in the initial contact. So the first definition or problem in initial contact from ray amputation. First, any combination is possible. Second, any which way will result in forefoot load bearing area being reduced. And the last, if longitudinal levers are retained, then mechanics is less affected. Okay, the next is Lisfranc amputation for the below ankle design prosthesis. The problem in Lisfranc amputation during initial contact with below ankle design is not stabilizing forces is high but still acceptable for Lisfranc amputation. And the push off, the first with the below ankle design, stabilizing force becomes too big and is not acceptable for the Lisfranc amputation. And then the weight bearing force is acting in an unwanted posterior direction is very big. Okay, the next is Lisfranc amputation with above ankle design. The problem in initial contact, the stabilizing force is acceptable. And for the push off with above ankle design, the Lisfranc amputation is suitable weight bearing force is back at pad of the heel where it can be tolerated. Okay, the next is chopard amputation with below ankle design. Problem is during initial contact is stabilizing and the weight bearing forces are not acceptable, and short socket on short stump will make a big force, while during push off below ankle stabilizing and weight bearing forces are not acceptable. So the chopard amputation suitable for above ankle design during push off. The next is chopard amputation with above ankle design during initial contact. The forces is stabilizing lower than below ankle design acceptable, while during push off the chopard amputation with above ankle design, the stabilizing and weight bearing forces return to being acceptable.
Below ankle prosthesis. For the problem, to make opening big enough to allow donning, but not too big that suspension is lost. Solution may be to use flexible material, example silicone foil.
This is Mr. Flügel with his new silicone prosthesis. You can tell that his rollover is much better compared to not wearing a prosthesis at all.
above ankle prosthesis for the problem is bulbous end, push fit solution not desirable due to cosmesis, removal panel, or complete open window.
So, in alignment considerations from sagittal view, in sagittal view, the positions is neutral positions or 90-degree positions with the foot plate to accommodate of the heel height.
From coronal view, the position of the foot is neutral position with the foot plate to accommodate of the heel height.
For the alignment considerations, from the coronal view, 5 until 7 degrees to out of the foot for clearance during walking.
Three, two, one, go. Three, two, one, go. Three, two, one, go. Three, two,